well, I suppose the place that we come from musically is quite folk orientated, but it's not really traditional folk per se. It's kind of like a transatlantic sort of folk idea where it's a bit Americana, it's a bit Scottish folk, it's a bit country, it's a lot of different things all together.
I don't think it's a deliberate decision what you play or write. It's surely possibly just a consequence of your influences. And I was listening to a guitarist called Bert Jansch quite a lot when I was learning to play, and then that had led me on to stuff like the Fairport Convention and that sort of thing, and that's what I was listening to when I was learning, so I guess it just comes out. You add other stuff along the way and get influenced by other things, and other music comes out.
Looking for a forest in a tree, I know the answers are in me, but how to open up and see with just this broken key.
We never really stop writing,
No.
just writing all the time.
It comes in bursts, you know. Paul will maybe write, 6 songs one week and then not write anything for a few weeks, so, I tend to have a few half-written things always going along. They tend to just come to you anyway, like it's like you either need to pick up the guitar and try and write the song down that you've got in your head or not, just so long as there's always a guitar there, it makes life a lot easier. But it's okay now flat because Paul keeps buying the bloody things, so never short of a guitar these days. Generally the day-to-day mundane things,
Well, the ones on this record tend to be little stories, little self-contained stories, as opposed to, say, observational songs. I think these are more story songs as a rule. Well, sometimes you make them up in your head. I make them up in my head quite a lot when I'm thinking of words. Just make up a little character and see what they're up to.
Well, Woodstock's a good example of a story song, and we got that story from a lady that we met near Aberdeen in Scotland, and it was the story of how she met her husband. They're still together now.
He's 30 years old. I met him days before. We made love by the bridge at nightfall, watching the waves where the sea meets the shore and the river rolls and tumbles, rolls and tumbles.
The best thing about playing live is just for that minute when you're in the bubble, just for a second, then nothing else really matters apart from what you're playing. That's the best thing about playing live, for me.